By Westside Decorating Center, 5789 State Street in Saginaw. Everything you need for home decorating under one roof at Westside Decorating Center. We are at Abley Greenhouse and Garden Center. It's Memorial Day weekend. Lots of good things going on here. And with me this morning for the next 2 hours is the one and only.
No, down.
Thank goodness.
Down.
Down what?
Down. Volume.
Not that volume, this volume.
There you go.
You think so?
Keep going. Keep going. Oh,
Yeah.
one. You are so intelligent. You know,
I'm a highly trained technician.
I know. And when I grow up, I want to be just like you.
I don't have to worry about it.
But I
You'll
want to
never
keep my
grow up.
hair.
That voice belongs to Ernie Krieger from Ernie Krieger Appliance Service on Bay Road in Saginaw.
Good morning.
Good morning to you. Well, I was trying to figure out the other day how many years we've been doing this, and I lost count. We've been doing the show.
40.
The show is at least 40. But I was trying to figure out how long we've been coming here to Abley, and it's probably been 20.
Oh, at
I
least.
would guess.
At least. Matt might know because I think he was an infant when we started coming here.
And he probably wouldn't know then.
Yes. Well.
Well. Anyway, it's fun. Here we are.
Yes.
Assembled again at Abley Greenhouse and Garden Center. And
Looking at just beautiful colors.
Yep. Absolutely gorgeous in here. And on top of that, they raise money for a great organization. I support the 1% Pantry for Veterans.
Yep.
They've been doing that for years, too. Janet is here. She kind of spearheads that. So there's a lot going on, and we'll tell you all about the specials for the weekend coming up. But if you have any questions about major appliance repair, this is the guy to talk to, Ernie Krieger, 989-752-6111. We will either point you in the right direction to make it work again,
or
it'll become a boat anchor.
That's right. We've made a few over the years.
We have. But Ernie be happy to point you in the right direction for repairs and give you an idea of what could be going on with your appliance. Just remember, though, he's sitting here. He's not looking at your appliance and directly analyzing it, so he's going to ask you a lot of questions about what it's doing and how it sounds and all of that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then he will provide you with the answer. I didn't see a lot of the money from heaven you like, the little white...
Not yet. We're going to get close.
There's Janet.
Matt's on the phone asking what's a good time for him to come up.
In about 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
Yeah.
All right.
Thanks. Anyway, so...
No, not yet. Cottonwood's getting close, though.
Yeah.
Next week we'll be back in the 80s.
Yeah.
And it will be flying.
And what will that do to air conditioners, particularly window air conditioners?
Ooh. that cottonwood gets sucked up in the backside of that condenser, makes that air conditioner run longer and harder. And next thing you know,
costs more.
Oh, yeah, and it never shuts off. And the comfortability that you had when it was working good becomes less and less and less. So I've had a number of people that have listened to us over the years, and they're really excited about the fact that they've been putting the screening over the sides, just like you did.
Yep.
And so they just go out there with their hose and rinse off that cottonwood, and their air conditioners just keep perking away.
All right, we've got Gary in Vassar, first one on the line with us this morning. Gary, good morning to you.
Good morning to you, Art and Ernie.
Good morning. What can we do for you?
Ernie, I got a GE bottom freezer refrigerator.
Yep. How old?
Yes, it's about, I want to say, 5 to 7 years old.
What's going on?
Well, yesterday I put some chicken thighs in the freezer, and this morning I went to get out some bread to make a sandwich for my lunch, and I noticed that the bread wasn't frozen. Well, I stuck my hand back in there, and the chicken wasn't frozen either. That I put in there yesterday. So what do I need to do?
Well, first thing I want you to do is, do you have the ability to pull it away from the wall?
Yeah.
Okay, if you pull that unit away from the wall and you're looking at it from behind, there's going to be let's say just a piece of metal that goes across the bottom that hides the compressor, a condenser fan, and a condenser. What I want you to be able to do is to be able to look and see that the compressor's running, and you might have to actually touch the compressor.
Can you take that panel off?
You'll take that
Unscrew
panel
it?
off. Yeah,
Or does it pop out?
there'll be about a half quarter-inch screws. They might be Phillips.
Yeah.
But you'll take that panel off, and you're going to see the compressor. You're going to see that fan that circulates air around the compressor, and then there's a set of coils. The coils might be plugged up, which you can clean out very easily with a vacuum. But what I'd be looking to see if that fan by the compressor is running, and that fan should be on whenever the compressor's on.
Okay.
So you're going to look to see if the compressor's running. It should be warm to hot to the touch. That fan should be on, and those coils should be clean. Now, if the compressor's running and the fan's running and those coils aren't very dirty, then what you're going to do is you're going to go back around to the front of that unit. You're going to pull. Do you have a drawer, or is it a door that swings for the freezer?
Door that swings.
Okay, so this will be easy for you. You're going to actually take some of your packages out and look against that back wall. And if you see frost on that back wall, then it's telling you that you don't have enough airflow. And it could be that the evaporator fan isn't running, or this unit may have a defrost problem. And one of the easiest things you can do is you can, get yourself some coolers, put your frozen food into it. Same thing with dairy products that are up in the top.
Right.
And you can shut that unit down with the doors open for at least 24 hours. That would allow any frost that's behind the panel that's down in the freezer section to melt.
Okay.
And then you'll start that unit back up, and if all of a sudden everything acts like it's, working normal, then it's telling you for sure it's a defrost problem. And then you're going to need to look at either getting somebody to test the evaporator heater, or on that unit there's a control board that puts that unit through a defrost cycle. But if you find that it's a bad condenser fan, which is on the back side down by the compressor, that's an easy fix. You can go online, you can find that fan motor, a couple beers, you'll be good to go.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much, Ernie. I appreciate your help.
Oh, you're welcome.
Thanks, Gary. Thanks for calling. Bye-bye now.
Bye-bye.
989-752-6111. Take a break. Come back. We'll also chat with Matt Beauvais from Abley Greenhouse and Garden Center, where we are broadcasting today. And it's their annual geranium sale while we're here till noon today. Today only. Oh, I'm sorry. Tomorrow. From 8 a.m. to noon tomorrow, Saturday only. 4.5-inch geraniums, only $4.79, regularly $5.99. 6-inch stock geraniums, only $10.79, regularly $13.99. And you must be in line to check out by noon tomorrow. So remember, that's tomorrow. They got a lot going on today, though. It'll be busy. We'll talk to Matt in just a few minutes. We will do that right after these notes here on WSGW.
We're
and Garden Center. With me before we get back to Ernie is Matt Beauvais. And Matt, good morning to you.
Good morning. Welcome.
It's another year. I thought it was just yesterday I was sitting here.
It seems like it. It goes
fast.
fast.
It does go fast, doesn't it? Well, this is always a big weekend for you, Memorial Day weekend. You got a lot of things going on. Give us an idea of some of them.
Yep. So we've got lots of specials, hanging baskets on sale, certain types, geraniums. We're doing the I Support the 1% Veterans Food Pantry fundraiser again this year. That's a very noble cause. The people that run it don't make any money on it. All the money goes back to the veterans, and they sacrifice a lot personally to make all that happen. So
you're going to be here with hot dogs tomorrow?
Yep.
Oh, good.
Yep. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, doing the hot dogs and raffles, just collecting donations. It's really nice. There's people that just stop and drop off a check.
Yep.
So it all ties together really well.
It does. It does. How are the plants this year? With growth good?
It's been a really slow spring. You look around, there's a lot of farm fields not even planted yet.
Yeah.
Cold, wet. It's been our slowest spring in, I don't know, maybe since 2011. It's been a long time.
Does that impact your greenhouses and the things you grow?
Not the things we grow. I guess you could say growing flowers is kind of like baking a cake, right? You put all your ingredients together, and then you put it in the oven, and then
You wait.
You wait. You just hope the weather works out. You hope everything comes together. So, so this year we just had to adjust our schedules. Well, not the schedules, but just kind of grow things slow, kind of cool it down, try and wait for the customers to show up.
But you're able to do that.
Yeah, we're able to do that. Yeah, we don't want the plants to be too big too soon when people aren't shopping yet because it's not nice outside. But, during COVID, everybody came rushing in as soon as we got open, and Mother's Day was a lot bigger weekend than Memorial Day, and because historically Memorial Day would be busier than Mother's Day.
Of course.
And then for like 5 years after, Mother's Day was just huge. But this year Mother's Day was kind of normal. I guess COVID's just far enough behind us now, and I think this is
the weekend will be good because it's supposed to go up. The temperatures
Yes.
are going to be up in the 70s by Sunday, 80s on Monday.
Yep.
So
every indication we have is this is going to be our big weekend for the year.
well, let's hope so.
I think so.
What kind of hours do you keep?
So today and tomorrow are going to be 8 to 6, and then Sunday and Monday are 9 to 5.
And we're on Wadsworth, east of the Vets Memorial Parkway by about a mile or so.
Yeah, about a mile. Yep.
Yep.
Right at Outer Drive. Easy
Right
to get
at
to.
Outer Drive, yep.
Yep.
Just to the east of Outer Drive on Wadsworth, and beautiful facility. And if you're looking for plants, you'll find it here.
Yep. We're very proud of our crop this year. Everything
It
looks
beautiful.
awesome.
Looks beautiful. Hanging baskets really look great.
Yep.
Everything looks good. All right, Matt.
All right.
We're gonna later on, maybe next hour, we're gonna talk to a young man who is the product of Matt, his son Corbin,
Yep.
who is now a horticulturalist by training.
He has a degree from Michigan State University. He came back to the family business, and we're proud to have him here. And about half the crop that you'll see when you walk in was 100% his responsibility for growing it this year.
Fantastic. All right, Matt. Appreciate it. Give the headset back to Ernie because unfortunately I have to talk to him for the rest of the show.
Oh, you got it good. You got
Have
it
a good day.
Thanks.
Take care. All right. Matt Beauvais here at Abley Greenhouse and Garden Center. Stop on out and pay him a visit. And, if you're looking for flowers, folks, and plants and things, they have got it here. No doubt about it. Ernie Krieger with us this morning. If you have major appliance questions, you give us a call, 989-752-6111. Let's go back. I want to go back just for a minute to the window air conditioners because, we said the cottonwood hadn't started to fly yet.
Yep.
And you always call that money from heaven.
Yes, I did.
You did for a
And
long
we
time.
do.
It really does have an impact. If you don't protect that air conditioner with screening or something, how long does it take to clog up an window air conditioner?
Could be a week.
Oh, really? That much?
Oh, yeah, because when those units are running, that fan is
Sucking
just
it in, huh?
sucking it all in, and then you have the moisture from that evaporator that works its way back to that condenser that sprays into the back that helps the efficiency. Well, now you take that cottonwood with that moisture, and it turns it into what looks like tissue.
If you have a window air conditioner and you're running it, once in a while, like on mine, I can hear water dripping in the
Oh,
back.
yeah. It's supposed to.
It's supposed to. That's good news.
Yes. That tells you the evaporator's doing its job. So it's good. The evaporator's supposed to have condensation on it. It shouldn't be frosted up. If it's frosted up, it means you've got an airflow problem. So all of a sudden you discover, wow, there's this plastic thing in front of this evaporator. When you pull it out, it is just full of, we'll use the word crap.
Okay, I'll let you do that.
Thank you.
Junk stuff.
Yes.
Stuff.
And
Lots
the
of
nice thing
stuff.
is, in the old days they had filters, and if you took that filter over to the sink to wash it, it was like a giant fizzy. It just blew apart. Now they have these filters that are made out of a plastic mesh, and you can take it over and with some hot water and
that's
maybe
the
a
filter
brush.
on the front end of the air
Yes. You can just wash that right
I
up
do that regularly.
and put it. Oh yes, you'd be amazed at how much stuff we get
I do
built up
notice,
on it.
though, on my window air conditioner, which is probably, I want to say that unit is 7, 8, maybe even 10 years old.
I'd say 10.
And it's 12,000 BTU. It's
Yep.
as big as you can get for a window, just about.
Yep.
Every now and then, and there are green lights on the front of it. Every now and then, the green light that says clean filter comes on.
Yep.
But I take the front off, I take the filter out, it's clean. I mean, I wash it out anyway,
Okay.
but water runs right through it, air blows right through it. There's no dust on it or dirt on it. It looks clean. I wonder if that light just cycles on a time thing every few months or something.
It could. It depends. Some of these units have a control board on it, and they could be timed out. So what happens when you put the filter back in? Does the green light go off?
No, actually, there's a button you push and it turns it
Oh,
off.
it's just like a refrigerator.
Yeah.
So you have this side-by-side refrigerator that you spent $3,000 for, and then all of a sudden a light comes on that says you have to change your water filter, which is timed out on a control board. Most people don't go through enough water to affect that filter. So you don't have to change it every 6 months and spend the $70 for a filter, and you should be using the original manufacturer's filter, because they do have filters out there online, but they're not always what would we call compatible to that model.
Even though I say so.
Yeah, stick with the genuine manufacturer's filters.
Can you buy those online? I
Sure.
imagine you almost have to. 'Cause
Sure.
I mean, it's one of the reasons you don't do it anymore. It's hard to get parts, isn't it?
It is. It was very difficult for us. Now I don't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
You know, my son's doing a great job not having to sell parts over the counter.
But as a repair facility, somebody calls you, you go out to their house, and let's say it's a refrigerator, and let's say it's a part that's gone bad. If you don't have that part or stock it, how available is it to you as a service professional?
We deal with manufacturers, and we have suppliers that have an inventory. And the nice thing is, if they're out at that distributorship, then it goes factory direct. And
Either way, you have the opportunity to get the part quickly.
in most cases.
Most
yes.
cases, yeah. There's always an exception to everything. Isn't
Oh yeah.
there? Has the supply chain tightened up at all because of all the stuff going on in the world?
It's been pretty decent.
And how much of it is made here in the U.S.?
You hear the silence?
Yeah, I did.
Nada.
So even Whirlpool, which still manufactures here in the U.S.,
Their parts are coming from overseas.
they're
they're coming from Mexico.
yeah.
I don't know of any manufacturers here in the States that supply the parts for
Start to finish, yeah.
Yeah, unfortunate.
Yeah, it is.
Cost of doing business.
Yep. But, it's also the cost of the appliance. Everybody wants to buy cheap,
No. Don't use the word
Well-
cheap. Inexpensive.
Cheap is the right word. Because and I say that on purpose, because, yeah, there's inexpensive and there's inexpensive quality. Cheap is cheap. Cheap on the price, cheap on what you're buying.
Well, let's pick on Whirlpool for a second.
Oh, don't pick on anyone. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm going to pick on Whirlpool. They make some really great stuff with the Genair and the KitchenAid.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
And the Amana and the Maytag, of course. But then if they have a person that says, I can't afford that. Well, you know what? I have this Roper that's
Yeah.
part of Whirlpool. That's only going to cost you $400.
Instead of $8, yeah.
Exactly. So
So-
Whirlpool tries to get the whole market.
But when you have a company like Whirlpool, since we're picking on Whirlpool, but there's other companies like that, they've got all these brands. Is a washer a washer a washer? By that I mean, if I bought the Whirlpool top load washer, or the one that had the Maytag tag on it, is it the same machine with a different name?
Yeah. It's just like, you go out and you buy a $1,000 refrigerator or you buy a $600 refrigerator. At the next day you open the door, the beer is going to be the same temperature, 36 to 38 degrees. And the same thing with a washer. You put your clothes in that washer. After an hour, you take those clothes out.
Okay, so let me ask the question differently then.
Go right ahead.
We'll take two different refrigerators.
Yes.
We'll take one that costs $1,500 to $2,000.
Okay.
We'll take one that costs $800 to $1,200.
Okay.
Okay. We put your beers in each one. All right. I don't care that the next day I open the door and those beers are in good temperature. What I care about is I open the door 5 years from now, or 10 years from now, or 15 years from now, and they're the same temperature. Is the one that's 8 to 1,200 going to give me that temperature 10 years from now, like what I expect from the one that's 15 to 2,000? Longevity, are you buying it with a better price?
Anything you get today, 7 to 10.
No matter what.
Pretty much.
Except unless you're spending $10,000 on one of the big giants.
Now, exactly. Sub-Zero, for an example.
Sub-Zero.
I mean, you're gonna get your 15 to 20 years
easily.
in most cases.
Yeah.
And
And they're repairable.
yes, and in most cases, if your 10-year warranty is now 11 years, Sub-Zero is going to work with you. Whereas the manufacturers, if your warranty was 5 years and now it's 6 years old, good luck.
Yeah. All right, we're going to take a break. Come back. We're chatting with Ernie Krieger. If you have any questions about appliance repair, give us a call, 989-752-6111, Michigan, where we are, the pothole state. You probably hit a few of them in your day, and if you have, you might have affected the alignment of your car. Our friends at Quick Lane Freeland are offering you a complimentary alignment check. You heard me right. Complimentary alignment check. They will take your car, test your alignment, let you know what they find, send you on your way if it's okay. And if you wonder how important alignment is, I've asked John from Quick Lane Freeland to give us a little idea about that.
If your vehicle's wheels are aligned correctly, it will not pull to the left or to the right when driving. It also prevents improper tread wear, so your tires last longer. A wheel alignment should be checked often because normal steering wear and tear can cause your alignment to go out in addition to potholes and railroad crossings. A correct alignment also reduces rolling resistance on your tires for better fuel mileage.
And, of course, better safety, too. Stop in today, Quick Lane Freeland, for your complimentary alignment check. And if you need tires, don't forget Quick Lane Freeland sells all their new tires at just $5 over cost. Quick Lane Freeland, part of the McDonald Ford complex in Freeland. Two names standing ready to help you with all your automotive needs. McDonald Ford and Quick Lane Freeland.
Experience. I don't know if you knew this, but anyone can get the same premium wireless for $15 a month plan that I've been enjoying. It's not just for celebrities, so do like I did and have one of your assistants switch you to Mint Mobile today.
Visit mintmobile.com/radio.
Hi, we're back with you here on WSGW, broadcasting from Abley Greenhouse and Garden Center. More on that coming up. But Ernie Krieger's with us, and Jamie is in Mayville. Jamie, good morning.
Good morning, Art. Good morning,
Hi
Ernie.
there.
You hear me okay?
Yep.
What's going on?
Yep. I called last time Ernie was on. You helped me with that coupler on a LG washer. It turned out the pump had a X-Acto blade.
I say, hey, whoa, Jamie. Say
Yeah.
that again. You dropped out, and we didn't hear everything. So start again. Say that again. He had you replace the coupler, and then what happened?
Well, it turned out it was the drain pump had a X-Acto blade stuck in it.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah. Anyway,
How did it?
So the noise wasn't coming from the agitator. the noise was coming from the drain pump.
Yeah, it would go through everything until the spin cycle, and then make that noise. And I bought the coupler and it looked good, but I got a spare part for next time. So thank you
There
for
you
helping
go.
me on that.
Well, I'm glad that you heard the drain pump making the noise. That should have been an easy fix for you.
Oh, I took it apart and found a little blade in there. I don't know how it got in there or where it come from.
Yeah, that's a strange place for a blade because it was in the pocket of your pants. You're walking around with a sharp object. Wow.
Yep.
Amazing.
But it's working great. My
Awesome.
question
Glad to hear it.
Thank you. My question, and I'm sorry, it's just I'm in the passenger side here. I got a York air conditioning outdoor unit, and it's my ex-wife's place. And now, when you turn it on, you hear the humming sound, and I'm thinking it's kind of the same issue, maybe, like you were talking to that Gary guy, that maybe the fan ain't working. I get a humming noise.
Yes. Do you hear? Oh, so let me back you up a second. Are we talking about a window air conditioner?
No, whole home.
So
Okay.
it's an outside unit.
So you can hear the compressor come on. Do you feel any airflow, like the fan's not blowing?
No, if you turn the fan, like it's got heat, auto, or fan, like inside, the fan will work for circulating air inside the house, but the unit itself had a humming noise
Well,
outside.
so there should. Okay, so there's two blowers. You have a squirrel cage fan motor that's on the furnace that's blowing the air, and then outside you have what's called a condensing unit, and that condensing unit is basically a compressor and a well, I can't say a big ass fan, can I?
I just did.
Oh, sorry. So there's this large fan. How's that? Is that
Yeah,
politically
better.
correct? Okay. So this large fan that pulls the air through that big condenser and also keeps the compressor from overheating.
So I have to ask this, though. Is the humming noise inside the house or is the humming noise outside?
Outside.
Okay.
So
And that fan's not running, correct?
No.
Okay, so if the fan's not running, there is a possibility that fan has a what's called a capacitor. And if that capacitor's bad, that will affect that fan. So what I would, how old's that condensing unit?
It's been there. We moved in there 2016. It was there when we moved 2016.
it's at least 10 years, probably more.
So I would look at where the wiring is going, and you should be able to trace those wires to a component that's called a run capacitor. And I would be checking to see on that run capacitor if you don't have some wires that have become rusted and maybe actually burned off. And if that's the case,
Yeah, let me ask a question, Ernie.
sure.
Can you take the outer cage off without an interlock tripping off, or if you take the outer cage off, does an interlock trip?
No, you can still get to the electrical.
Okay.
And what I'm wanting him to look at is the electrical that's on the capacitor,
Right.
Because they're known to rust and corrode and burn off on there. I would hope it's a capacitor and not that motor, because trying to get that motor might be a little difficult for you. I'm not saying you can't get it, and if you do, say it is the motor, get all the numbers off that motor, and I'm trying to think of the name of the company that you could go to. Granger is the name that comes to my mind. I would get a hold of Granger.
They're in Saginaw, too.
Yep, and I would give them the model of your air conditioner, and I'd give them the numbers off that motor. And Granger might be able to get you, if not an exact, but pretty close to it, because you're going to need to know what the shaft size is. And I would hope that you have good luck getting that fan blade off the shaft on that motor. But you want to get as close to the original motor
as you can.
All right. But look at that capacitor first and make sure the capacitor's not your problem. Okay?
All right.
Can I check the capacitor with a voltmeter?
You can check that cap. There's a component out there that will check that capacitor for you, or you can check it with an ohm meter.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks,
All right,
Jamie.
buddy.
Bye-bye.
Good luck.
Carol, hang on. We'll get to you next as we broadcast from Abley Greenhouse and Garden Center. It's Memorial Day weekend, now through Monday. 12-inch geranium hanging baskets. Buy one, get one at 50% off. They're regularly $39.99 each. 10-inch dragon wing begonia hanging baskets. Buy one, get 50% off. They're regularly $29.99 each. Value baskets are now only $6.99. The annual geranium sale is tomorrow from 8 a.m. to noon. We'll tell you more about that tomorrow when we're here. Also, they are supporting local military families by taking donations for the I Support the 1% Veteran Food Pantry. Tomorrow through Monday, there'll be young folks here with hot dogs for you, all selling them for the benefit of the 1%. Hot dogs and drinks on sale, as I said, Saturday, Sunday, Monday from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m., with all the proceeds going to the pantry. Hundreds of potted trees and shrubs, too, as well as ball and burlap trees. Plant a tree now and enjoy the shade later. And you can decorate the graves of your loved ones for Memorial Day. They have ready-made pots and everything you need to pot your own. 8 to 6 today, 8 to 6 tomorrow, 9 to 5 Sunday, 9 to 5 Memorial Day. Here on Wadsworth, east of Outer Drive, it's Abley Greenhouse and Garden Center.
Gotta go. Weekdays at 3 on 100.5 and 790 News Radio WSGW.
All right, we're back with you at Abley Greenhouse and Garden Center with Ernie Krieger from Ernie Krieger Appliance Service. Carol is in Hemlock. Carol, you're on with Ernie. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hi there.
I have a question. I just got a new refrigerator the first of the year. It's a Medea. And in the freezer, everything is full of frost. Is this normal?
Oh, you got an air leak. No, you shouldn't have any frost at all.
You shouldn't have an air leak on a new unit either.
Yeah, something's not lined up on the door, or you have a package that's not allowing that door to close all the way. So
Okay.
you need to go back through and check. Now, this is a refrigerator freezer, or is it all freezer?
Yeah, the freezer's on the top.
Okay.
It's just-
Yeah, you gotta check your packages and make sure something's not stopping the door from closing all the way, or you got a problem with the alignment on the door. And you said it's still within the first year.
Yeah, I just got it like January.
Yeah. So I would tell you to get a hold of where you bought it from, and have somebody come out and check and make sure the hinges are lined up so the door closes properly.
Yeah. Tell them exactly what's happening.
Yep, but check your packages first. Make sure it's
Okay.
not something goofy.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Carol. Thanks for calling.
Bye-bye now.
Bye-bye now. All right, we're going to take our last break for this hour. Ernie's hanging around next hour, though, and we will be happy to answer your questions about appliance repair. After these notes, we'll tell you about the news, too. It's all coming up.
Big insurance, big pharma.
Greenhouse and Garden Center during the Memorial Day weekend sale. Ernie Krieger with us from Ernie Krieger Appliance Service on Bay Road in Saginaw. We'll have news next from ABC. We got to learn to say that now. And the local report with Michael Percher. Then we will be back with more here at Abley Greenhouse and Garden Center.
Broadcasting from the